Now, let's get back to it. I have the plane right here. I want to reset its rotation to 0 to be sure to just ensure that the ball's not going to fall unless I move it to basically fall off the edge. Now, I have the ball. I've got basically a way to simulate the physics within the game. Now, what I need to do is that I need to map the input that I put through the keyboard or my joystick or whatever to be basically mapped to the input system of Unity and translate that to push the ball towards something, right? So, in order to do that, you're going to have to get your hands dirty. You're going to have to create a script. So, that means as organized people, going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it scripts, the script, and then create a new C# script. And let's call this ball controller. All right. I've got the ball controller script, and by default, it's gonna give me these two methods, start and update, and give me the libraries. So it's gonna import the libraries automatically, the libraries that it needs to integrate this script into the game. Now, let's double click on the script itself. It's gonna open up Visual Studio. I'm gonna show you the script in a bit, but basically, before you write in any code, I'd like you to just check that if you've got autocomplete. So, for example, when I hit game, when you hit, when you basically type game, it should show you game object. If it's not showing you the suggestion of basically game object, then that means you need to go to edit, preferences, all right? And then in external tools, you need to ensure that you have Visual Studio selected here. You might have open by file extension, which is why it's not showing you error correction. Uh, and yeah, you're gonna basically need to change the editor to Visual Studio. Once you do that, you need to close Visual Studio itself and then open it again, and then the problem should be fixed. Now, let's get back to the script. All right. I have the libraries, as I mentioned, that Unity needs to import. You don't need to pay these any mind. I've got the class itself that was named by me, ball controller, and then it extends or inherits from mono behavior. Okay. Now, mono behavior basically allows any script to be able to be run on uh, the hierarchy right here. Like it allows the script to run in the game. All right. It allows me to attach this script into a onto an object, and then that object to run the script within the game itself. So, for example, I'm going to attach the ball controller to the ball right here. All right, it's right here. Now, in the start method, you're going to know the purpose of these in a moment. So, debug log, hello, ball. All right, and then in the let's just start it as is, just show it to you. So I've got debug.log. In some versions you might need to actually put unity engine.debug.log. In my case I can actually do it this way. Now once you run the game, it should show in the console. Let me just make sure. Ball controller is right here, ball controller, and I've saved the script. Let me just show the console, general, and then console, and then let me just let me just attach this right here. Yep, it was just hidden. So in the annotation section for the comments for the debug log, you're gonna find hello ball right here, and if you notice, it has been said once. All right, while if I say here, for example, debug.log hello Haytham, then it's going to say the hello ball once first, and then it's going to repeatedly say this, all right, until I stop the game. So when I run this right now, I head over to the console. All right, there you go. It's going to repeatedly say this until the end of time. As you can see, hello ball went first, and then came all of these. It's not 999. No, it's more than that. It's going to keep doing that whenever you clear it. All right? Which means that the update method is running once per frame as per this comment, right? Which means that this is going to run continuously in the game. Why do I need stuff to be running once at the beginning and then stuff to be running all the time? Uh, Simply because of different features that you want to implement. So, for example, loading the variables from a safe system, you're going to need to do that at the beginning of the game and then load the variables. But are you going to need to like load these variables all the time? No, you just need to load them once at the beginning. For example, you want to place the player in a specific spot, like a checkpoint. You need to check for that at the beginning of the uh, game when you run it, and that's really it. But for example, taking the input from the player, that it is important that you're taking it all the time, not stopping me for putting the input. For example, it would be unfair if you took the input only in the start of the game but never took it later. So that's the purpose behind the start and update method. Of course, there are other methods that Unity has, but for now, we're going to focus on only these two to set up the input system for the ball. All right.